Hello, mathematicians. It's Miss Armgart back with another instructional video. Today, let's learn about the different parts of an expression. So at the top of your paper, you see that we are going to look at the expression 4x plus 12. So in that expression, there are 4 different vocabulary words that can describe each part. So the first one is a constant. It's a term that has no variable or number by itself. Constants do not change, they stay the same. That's what it means to be constant. You do not change. So it can't be x because that's our variable that changes. So we know that x can be any number, it can change. But 12 is always going to be 12 here. There's nothing else with it. It's not going to ever be different. The 4x, the product of those will be different. The 12 will not. So next is the coefficient. Co means with. So like co-worker, cooperation, it means with. And 4 is our coefficient. It is the number with the variable. They go together. They are then one term. So our last vocabulary word is terms. So that is anything separated by addition, subtraction, are our different terms. So right now we have 4x is a term and 12 is a term. So we have 2 total terms in this expression. All right, that was really quick. So now let's look at some additional examples. So highlighters are very helpful. Highlighters, markers, underlining, however you want to do this. So I am going to color code these as we go. So our variable would be P, and then our constant, we don't have one. There is no constant in 8P. So you can write none, nothing, there is none, there is no constant. There is one term, and for coefficient be 8. Now I know 8p is very simple. When we get to more complex expressions, this will become much easier to see. All right, so what's our variable? Our variable is n. There are no others. Our constant is 11. There are 2 terms, and you're going to say, but Armgart, n, there's no coefficient with it. Remember, n is the same as 11 plus 1n. So technically, 1 is our coefficient. Mathematicians are lazy. If we don't have to write it, we won't. We understand that n is the same as 1n. All right, so now let's do 2 plus 4y. So what is our variable? Our variable is y. What is the constant? Our constant is 2. There are 2 terms, and we have one coefficient. That coefficient is 4. The very last one, D, you are going to fill in the formative 10x plus 4. That is your very own example. Once you do that, come back to the video and we'll finish up the notes. All right, folks, now that you have checked D in the formative, we are going to talk about our levels. So we are going to use 4x plus 2 as our example. So there are 2 terms, 4x and 2, which means we have a level 2 and we have a level 1. Now, why is this important? Because later on in this unit, we are going to start simplifying. We are going to start making our expressions as small as possible. So, for example, our 4x plus 2 could be written as x plus x plus x plus x plus 2. Ooh, ran out of space there. Those are the same things. So if you see 4 x's, you would then have to know, well, that would become a level 2 because we are going to multiply those together. Again, we are going to do this in a later lesson. So for now, fill out your examples for coefficient and variable. And I am Miss Armgart saying happy solving.